Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Delusions of Grandeur. I am your host, David Streggy, and here I have another review for you, this time of um, Jeffrey Garcia's first feature film, which he produced with his company, Dream Atomic, um, for 2020. And I know that he provided me with a screener of the film, but I prefer to wait until I actually have a physical copy for the most part. And I did. I waited until I got a copy, and I rewatched it for the third time, and it keeps getting stranger and stranger every time I watch it, and for some reason I'm just getting a kick out of it every time. Um, the film was filmed in San Marcos, Texas, but it was set in Reidsville, Texas. Um, and the film is called Henrietta and Her Dismal Display of Affection, starring Alice McAllister, Furley Travis, Justin Conway, Shauna Nunn with two N's, Steve Jones, Greg Williams, Michael Nieto, Grace Marlowe, Sam Foster, and Christopher Cardoza, among others. It's definitely taken me some time to sort this film out of my mind because the film is purposely offensive. Um, and made with not that much of a budget, as you can tell, because there are actors and actresses that are wearing wigs, probably to distort who they really are. This being said, I still think that Jeffrey Garcia, ever since I saw his short film, Radio City, I think it's called, um, and I still think he has so much of an old soul because he uses colorful clothing mixed with colorful language as well as colorful people. I just want to see. I just want to say that's how you start a movie. I mean, I didn't expect that. You get this moment with Kathy, the mother of the McNeelys, who are made up of Mickey, played by Furley Travis, who apparently in San Marcos has a little bit of an art school, like improv thing going on in real life. Um, we've got Henrietta, who was played by Alice McAllister, and Kevin McNeely, who was played by Justin Conway. And he reminds me of like like one of the characters you might see in basketball or semi-pro or the way he's dressed up. He reminds me of like Will Ferrell in like one of his sports spoof movies. um, and the mother, Kathy, who was played by Shauna Nunn with two N's, reminds me of like a Reba McEntire on like drugs or crack or something like that. You know, it's funny, and she is masturbating to the picture of a colored boy, and I believe I believe that it is someone who is well known. I think possibly from Different Strokes. And lo and behold, there's a man in a sailor uniform who states he is, quote unquote, basically a humanitarian who works with Negroes and protects retarded children. And he has in tow with him um, a kid with disabilities. And the thing about the film is, it's offensive as shit towards, you know, someone with a disability. And she's drooling throughout this whole thing. She ends up getting caged up. And then at the end of the film, spoiler alert, she literally gets necktied to the end of a marriage vehicle. Which is as offensive as you can get. But basically, he's a humanitarian, and the film begins with this thing where the husband Mickey walks in on his wife fucking this sailor dude, and she gets caught in the act, and she takes it as a sign from God, leaves her husband and children, and basically leaves him a sobbing mess. And every chance he gets, he tries to off himself. And Henrietta is stuck dealing with this, along with her brother, who evidently is stuck in a major pain kind of a situation where he's got this coach who's like all military and stuff. Calls him his favorite athlete and things. And also there's their uncle Albert, who evidently is kind of a bum. I guess he's kind of one of those handyman type. I'm not sure if he's a handyman or not, but he's always got some kind of a racket going on. And he's a little bit offensive. There's also a character by the name of Balderdash that evidently he makes no sense. But he's an interesting character. But ultimately, Henrietta, she's seen a doctor by the name of Howard who just wants to get inside her pants. And he takes her out on this nice dinner, I guess, and push comes to shove, they end up in bed, and Henrietta is stuck getting pregnant and dealing with this whole thing. Meanwhile, somehow a neighbor comes over, states that he's an independent film producer, but the films that he shows them, or the film that he shows them, looks more like a porno. And so he has them all acting in his next porn movie. And they end up at a screening of it later on, and so on and so forth. But I have followed Jeffrey Garcia's pathway to this feature, and to be honest, I have definitely seen worse. But this definitely feels like, say, John Waters meets My Name is Earl meets Mallrats kind of world. And it's not his first trip into Reidsville, which is a made-up braving of these colorful characters from made-up Texas. If you're not afraid of being offended or grossed out intentionally, or listening to the politically incorrect dialogue, or getting your ears wet of incest, if incest is a little south of your belly button bush sack, I'd turn back if I were you now. If you go into this film thinking that there's going to be some sign of intelligence from the characters, then you are going to enjoy this world in which Garcia has created. And I think that the situations are unique and done in a sort of offbeat dark comedy sort of way, giving us a deadpan humor oblivious to the wrong in which is being shown, is a side glance into a life that is far from normal. I was entertained and look forward to more from Dream Atomic's Troop of Misfits. I would definitely place this for sure under a film that's so bad it's good. And it must be enjoyable in some way because it's coming out on Troma now, fairly soon, if I remember correctly. So hopefully you enjoyed my perspective on this film. Like and subscribe to my page. I'm definitely going to be going on about different reviews from time to time. And definitely pick up a copy of Jeffrey Garcia's film. If you can. It's still being sold on his website that he is selling it on. And I can't really think of it offhand, but contact him yourself. His name is Jeffrey Garcia. And his production company, once again, is Dream Atomic. So, thank you for listening. Have a great day, evening, or morning, wherever you are. Thanks for watching, and I hope to bring you some more coming your way as I'm getting back into reviewing films. Thank you so much, and enjoy.